Hey, folks. Welcome to another episode of The Security Table. This is Chris Romeo, joined by Matt Coles and Izar Tarandosh. And we were just debating what to talk about, and Izar made just a very untrue statement. So
Hey!
the debate.
This is an episode of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
When it comes to hacker movies, there is no opinion. It's just truth. So, Izar, you claim
that Sneakers is not a hacker movie.
Wait, say that louder. I don't think our listeners heard that.
Sneakers, hacker movie, not.
Okay, you can reach Izar at Izar_Tarandosh at gmail.com for all of your, emails you want to send him about how wrong that is. So what makes a hacker movie?
Well, I can tell you what makes Sneakers not a hacker movie.
No, I want to know why. No. That's not how requirements work. We have to start.
Okay. Are we doing the use before the abuse? Movies? Is that what we're doing? We're playing Spectrum development to hacker.
We'll find a way to get to the serious part later. What makes a hacker movie? How many black screens with a green text do you have in Sneakers?
That's not a requirement.
How many Unix prompts do they have?
Excuse me.
I need a requirement. So all that. So that means The Matrix is the only movie that applies to your criteria.
No, Hackers also has it.
Hackers, Jurassic Park, Swordfish.
So Jurassic Park is a hacker movie now, according to this requirement set.
Well, it does have an SGI box, and they do declare that it runs Unix, and that they know it. So,
and because they know Unix, they automatically know the password. So.
Plus, it has
it's very simple.
It has a very big monster slobbering with non-functional typing short arms. So management is represented as well. So
Dilbert is a hacker movie too.
Yeah, that was Izar _Tarandosh at gmail.com.
If there is no way in my life that I'm going to say that word right. Velociraptor.
Velociraptor.
Yeah. If they do, you hacked.
What's your threat model?
I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree first of all on whether Sneakers
is absolutely a hacker movie.
I think so. I mean, because they're doing physical security, they're breaking stuff.
I watch it only for Madam President, but my last line is: if your basic premise is that there is some magic black box that decrypts everything, no, you're not.
You know about the Clipper chip, right?
The Clipper chip. I not only I know how it didn't work, and I know how specific it was. So yeah, I know, and my premise stands. If you start with a Deus Ex Machina that solves everything.
Okay, so the Clipper. The hacker. Yeah, now you got me to it. Sneakers.
He's flustered.
Sneakers had maybe what Sneakers had. Unbeknownst to the audience, was a quantum computer, and it could decode all that stored ciphertext that the NSA has been siphoning off the internet for the past.
Claims of decoding everything, from the little I understand of quantum computing, are also very exaggerated. So
Really?
Let's just say that. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
let's just say that we'll survive.
You have the ability to potentially decrypt anything that wasn't a quantum safe algorithm. Could you decrypt the entirety of the internet? I think that's Izar's point here. Is like you couldn't just say, "Well, I'm making the internet unencrypted now. All traffic. I have enough capacity to generate unencrypted versions of all traffic that crosses the internet." Like,
true.
Well, my point is
cracking keys, session keys is no longer theoretical, right? That can happen.
But again, my limited understanding of quantum computing, aren't we talking here only about keys that depend on primes and that kind of stuff. We are not talking about any single key.
So AES keys, we believe, are safe from quantum computing, but the RSA or Diffie-Hellman exchanges or the ECC keys, elliptic curve keys, they're used to transfer symmetric keys, are vulnerable.
Yeah, which power a lot of the crypto. I'm not going to minimize it at all.
But
to
power a
go
lot of the
from
crypto,
here-
aka it's how TLS works.
But no, but to go from here
And if you
to
have the
hey,
AES key, you can do the decryption because the AES key is a
Yeah,
single
but-
symmetric key, right?
to go from here to hey, there's an encrypted blob. Go decrypt it. Go quantum. Go quantum. No.
No, sure, sure. You right. You need
No.
the key exchange in order to do the
You
decryption,
need a
right?
bunch of things to align correctly before you get this.
And maybe a little bit of imagination would help. So wait, if we put AI and quantum together and we mix in a little bit of blockchain,
You're gonna get random
we got?
garbage, I'm sure, but
just random garbage.
plus my last point, when you have to use the name of a chocolate bar to name your movie, it's not a hacker movie.
sneakers, not Snickers. It's called sneakers because they run places.
Hey, coming from me, it sounds all the same.
True.
It's where if it wasn't a hacker movie, then where would SneakerNet have come from?
mean,
Come on.
Look at the roster of this movie. You got
Not
Robert
a single
Redford.
programmer among it.
You get Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd's always been a nerd. Come on, he was a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, but
You're telling me
He was also in Spies Like Us, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was. Good 80s movie pull. All right. Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree that there are no hacker movies, apparently, according to Yuzar and his criteria.
Hey, there are. Just Sneakers is not one of them.
But you listed hackers where their claim to fame is they wear helmets and rollerblades.
Hack all the things, man. Hack all the things.
Hack the planet.
Hack the planet. Hack the planet.
Gotta get the tagline
Plus-
right.
Angelina Jolie. That makes it a
That's-
hacker movie.
All right. Swordfish? Was Swordfish a hacker movie?
Ooh. That's a hard one.
It's because you can't remember it.
Guess it was.
No,
Eh.
because I'm trying to remember it, but all I can see is John Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's true. Now, Pulp Fiction, that's a hacker movie.
That's a hacker movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hack slash.
I mean, it ran in reverse. It just seems like
That's a post-hacking move. But
that's when
isn't
you
there a
take hacker. That's when
neuromancer?
hacking goes kinetic.
oh, Johnny Mnemonic.
Keanu Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yep.
A Scanner Darkly. That's a good one.
What about a lawnmower man?
It's
Isn't that
right
like
there
a-
with the one of the guy with the pointy things. What's the one?
Wasn't that like a
Yes.
VR? Was
It
Lawnmower
was a
Man
VR
like,
movie. Yeah, it wasn't.
It
Hacker.
was a VR
that
movie, yeah.
VR was getting you or something?
Yeah, it wasn't a hacker movie. It was a VR movie. But
Yeah.
The 13th Floor.
13th
No,
Floor,
that
not
was
the
VR
13th
too.
Warrior. That's a different movie.
No, that's a totally different thing. Totally
They haven't
different
yet
genre.
made an AI hacking movie, but there's got to be one coming.
Wait, a movie about AI hackers or
No,
a movie
yeah,
about
like-
hacking
like-
AI?
I don't know. One of those
There's-
combinations.
Well,
There's Eagle
the Matrix,
Eye. There's Matrix, yeah, of course.
which was AI.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
before AI took on the shape that it has now. That was that was a lot more science fiction.
Wait,
because
let me
it wasn't
prompt
a
it.
real thing. Now there's a real thing to back it up.
You're
Um,
gonna
I
go ask
watched a
AI if
movie
there's an AI
with,
hacking movie.
Chris Pratt, where he's the police officer, and he's in
Time
Los
Cop?
Angeles.
Is that Time Cop?
No.
No,
It's
that's
actually
that's
pretty.
Michael
It's
Van
actually
Damme.
pretty good because like the criminal justice system of the future is completely AI driven, and he's a cop and he wakes up and finds out he's committed a crime, and he's got 90 minutes to use the AI to try to prove his innocence.
Is that
So it's
is that Minority Report?
No, it's a
No.
new movie. It just came out
Oh,
for
okay.
2026. Yeah, it was, but yeah, it was.
Oh,
but it's
well then, actually, what about Blade Runner? Was Blade Runner a hacker movie?
Wow. Ooh. Ooh. That's ooh. I think
it's
we
a
would like it. It
revolutionary
was.
movie. Like they're trying to, like the robots are trying to rise. That doesn't make it an AI or a hacker movie though, because they weren't really trying to. They weren't really compromising anything. They were just trying to revolt and
And
stand
there
up
was
for themselves.
Independence Day. Is that a hacker movie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They
There was a
used
sequence
they
in
used hacking
Independence Day.
techniques, but
Yeah.
they're not exactly a hacker movie. That wasn't the
They-
core of the issue. The core of the issue
No,
is human
but-
survival.
Wait. How did they win the war?
Yeah, they sent the virus
They
into
sent the
the
virus.
mothership.
They not only
Yeah.
sent the virus, it was live coding the virus in the mothership. And I have
Yeah.
I have long ago reached the conclusion that the only way that storyline was plausible was if the aliens were running Linux.
I have a feeling like
No,
aliens.
No,
they would-
the aliens would have to have been running mainframe, so
No,
that all
that's the
the
thing.
little ships were terminals.
No,
No, I think it was BSD.
No, you're
wouldn't have been
looking for
Linux.
something that has enough reach, that is compatible humans and aliens, basically can run on anything.
Yeah, but why
I mean,
wouldn't
it could be Doom. It could be Doom. The
why
game.
wouldn't the little thing? Why wouldn't the little ships be autonomous from the big ship? Why would it? And by the way, they use the same approach in the Avengers, the first Avengers movie. Remember, they got the mothership and all the things died. What's up with this command and control system?
We've really taken a turn because now we're designing alien spaceship systems and searching for
No.
vulnerabilities.
Consider he's got a good point here, because
Single point
something
of failure.
that's like hub and spoke like that would like immediately jam, right? Unless to go back to you using one of the fancy quantum communication things, where everything is entangled and you can't jam that thing. But hey,
It wasn't just that they were like not getting their communications. As soon as you killed the mothership, everything died.
That seems like a really bad design.
Doesn't it?
Like that's like token ring networking, where there's a break in
Yeah.
the ring and everything goes off the network. Like
Yep.
that's
yeah, and the bytes spew all over the floor. It's horrible. You gotta get two boxes, put the zeros in one, the ones in another. Horrible.
true. But that doesn't seem very resilient to have
Because
a single point
somebody's
of failure.
always getting the token ring and trying to run to Mordor.
You've
But,
all used
yeah.
token ring, you know. If you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know, but most people have no idea what we're talking about at this point.
FDDI, anyone?
Novel. Novel with
Oh,
vampire
Landman.
with vampire connectors.
Come on, Novell was some of the most performant networking software.
Because it was the only networking software for a while.
Yeah.
You had OS2.
Ooh.
Yes, you did, but
I remember
why?
trying to run OS2 once, thinking like I'm going to be the cool kid, the only person I know that runs OS2. That experiment lasted about 18 hours. Before I'm
Actually,
like, this
the name of
sucks.
the name of the thing was OS. But then they found the other person who also runs it and said, "Do you run OS too?" And then it stopped.
No, hold on. But wasn't it spelled? Wasn't it spelled OS/2?
Yes.
So really,
OS
what they
divided
found
by
was
2.
half an operating system.
Ooh.
That's
good,
a great
too.
one.
Wow, this is like stand-up night on the
No,
security table.
the thing is that it never got upgraded because they didn't want to lose all the printed material for OS 2 to go to OS 3. So,
I mean, running those line printers was expensive, right?
yeah.
Come on, you can still
Well-
hear the sound of it.
I can, and feel the vibration.
I can still hear it. Once again, for those people born after the year 2000, you have no idea what we're talking about.
All right, so here's the
It's okay.
question: Could we put together? Could we have AI use between like Nano Banana and VO to recreate the 70s and 80s computing technology?
But no, wait, it's even worse. I don't know if he was doing the sound of a printer or a modem.
It
I was
could be
doing
both.
It could be both.
Could be both.
But yeah, we could use to. Oh my. Yeah.
9608N1.
Yeah, when you had to type in those parameters exactly, or else.
Or
you know,
else.
you know.
So what was it that we wanted to actually talk about today?
You started this mess.
Oh, actually, I
didn't.
Yes, you did. You said Sneakers was not a hacker movie.
That's
and
true.
That caused mayhem.
And I stand by it.
Well, folks, I just want to announce that we're interviewing for a new host on the Security Table. We've got an opening.
Must think Sneakers is a hacker movie.
Yeah, apparently we have two candidates, right?
Yes, must appreciate solid hacker movies and agree with Chris. That's your criteria. Now there's we've got one article we can just talk about for a minute or two. Chris Hughes wrote this article, "The Human in the Loop Illusion," something that we've talked about this a couple of times. Matt with some hand signals for those watching on YouTube. Is that jazz hands that you just did, or what was that?
No, I think it was the raining. It was the raining.
That was rain. That was chocolate rain. No, it was a
rain
meme or something. All right. So if I look at the executive summary of this, Chris states, "Human in the loop is not a real security control. Anthropic's own data shows users approved 93% of AI agent permission prompts, with experienced users auto-approving 40+% of sessions. Approvals are rubber stamps, not meaningful reviews."
This is the whole human behavior of prompt overload or
prompt fatigue.
Prompt fatigue, yeah.
Which is a UX construct, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is. It goes to that psychological acceptability portion of security design. Make it easy and informative, as opposed to what becomes a rote activity. I click. I click. I must. Therefore, I click.
That's great. I actually created the new job description, right? The chief officer of pressing enter when the agent asks me to.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can stand the whole startup just doing that.
In fact, that would be a robotics company.
Yeah. No, you just get what's the name of that bird? That wooden bird.
I know what you're talking about.
or what is it? That rain thing where it goes and like drains water.
Yeah.
The Japanese one.
Or you just grab like a toothpick, break it in half, press the key, stick the toothpick in there, and it just holds enter down.
Well, if you're going to do that, you might as well find get the pin that does it, and they have a hacking cable for that, I think.
No, I know. Let's write a daemon. Let's write a daemon that clicks enter. If nobody remembers how to write a daemon, you can just pipe code it.
What is it? 10 lines of assembly code or something? No,
just don't forget to press enter. But
10 lines of Python. Come on.
Actually, it's probably even less than PowerShell these days. You just have to intercept the signal, right?
So the other things that Chris is talking about here. So Anthropic created some auto mode, which replaces per action human approvals with an AI-based two-layer classifier that scans inputs for prompt injection and evaluates each action before execution. What he's saying is that auto mode has real gaps, 17% miss rate on genuinely dangerous actions. It won't catch supply chain attacks, which makes sense.
Yeah, because so model-based classifier, right? That's trying to make a decision, right? It's basically saying, is it in or is it out? And supply chain attack, of course, makes it look like it's in because you can't tell it's out.
The decision point happens somewhere else.
It's not necessarily that. I mean, supply chain attacks, things like typo squatting, it looks the same. Or it has the same name, a similar name, or it's a newer version of the same thing, but it's actually been hacked. Right?
Right.
So depending on
that's
how
what-
it's doing the detection, unless it's doing deep analysis, and by
but
deep
that's-
analysis, like not just analyzing the package, but also analyzing what happened upstream, right? Then how does it know?
But if even that case, then it would be going upstream. We had this discussion before. Where do you stop threat modeling, right? You go upstream to where? To the compiler. But the
Or
thing is that,
the project. I mean, you look at the project history and see, was there any strange commits, right?
but it's important to, like Chris pointed out, that this is a user experience pattern. And it's important to point out that even in security, this was already an existing problem with people having PR fatigue for a long time. So I would go and question, okay, so you tell me that you are doing code reviews. Cool. How do your code reviews happen? Oh, we look at every PR. Okay, who looks at every PR? Oh, we have the one senior engineer that looks at every PR. Every PR?
One engineer? Does he
Right?
work 24/7, 365?
Not only that, but that there's a lot of places that don't actually have any kind of guidelines and standards for PRs, and you end up with this one PR with 30 files in it. Every file is 300 lines changed. You want to tell me that one person can hold all that freaking word context in their head?
We used to have a name for that in the old days. It was called a release.
Only if it happens on Fridays.
Yes.
Yes, 4:00 on Fridays.
Yeah. But no, the rubber stamping is real. And now the rubber stamping is becoming AI rubber stamping. So the AI is checking the AI with an AI classifier. That's an AI thing that happens on an AI other
I
thing.
mean, as long as you use a different AI from the one that created the code, you should be fine, right?
Well, actually, you shouldn't even be using AI. You should be using machine learning.
Wait, what do you mean?
Which you are if it's a classifier.
Right. AI and ML are different slightly, right?
One comes from the other, but they are not the same.
They're not the same. That's right.
But the thing is that even if it's ML, right? ML is not perfect.
No, it's not perfect. It's trained. It's a trained model, right?
Right.
It's all models are wrong. Some are useful.
Oh my God. Box must be like spinning so fast, so fast. But the thing is, it's not that I'm claiming that it's perfect, because we know that it isn't. My problem is that when you bring together the fatigue that Chris points at, and both Chris's, the author and our Chris, and the fact that people are developing this expectation, at least at some levels, are developing this expectation that, yeah, the model is going to take care of it. And it's not a rational expectation, because we all know that it fails. But many of us have seen so many cases where it doesn't fail, that it's creating this expectation that it's going to continue not failing.
It's because you set the constitution file or the agent file, and that takes care of it, right?
Right. You just have to write, make no mistakes.
Do what I would do.
Make no mistakes. No, make no mistakes. You are now a 30-year experienced senior developer. Make no mistakes, and you walk away. Right? You just put the toothpick in the enter, and you walk away.
Yeah, it must be perfect, right?
That seems like a
It must
recipe
be
for
perfect.
disaster.
Yeah, but I think that we know that is a recipe for disaster. I don't think that we know that we are seeing the disaster for what it's going to be. I think that we are very, very busy right now acting like doomsayers, and nobody has started yet saying, I'm a naysayer, so AI up to here. We don't have yet any revolutionary movement saying Luddites of the world, come together and stop the AI before it goes somewhere.
Wait, do you
But
think that's coming?
oh yeah,
think it,
for sure.
I think it is.
Oh, for
Actually,
sure.
there,
Do you
there's
think
been
there's a
articles
Luddite
recently about
movement
this.
of
Yeah,
stop
for
the AI?
sure.
Like we're not using AI anymore.
Yeah, this
For sure.
is a thing. I mean, there have been articles. I have seen them on various places that actually. So Gen Zers of all people, are preferring analog things, at least on their downtime, to AI. And
Which I'm all
What is
for,
an
and I'm
what
not
is an
Gen Z.
analog thing, like a record player?
Like a book in their
like a
hands
book.
under
That's I
under a
mean,
tree.
some of my children have I've seen that trend. I'm like, don't you have a Kindle? And she's like, I like books better. And I'm like, I have a
Unplug.
Kindle because when I travel, I want to have 4,000 books from my library with me. But
Exactly.
I'm a nerd
Mhm.
like you guys are. And so
Yep.
there is something nice about a paper book
The smell.
Yep.
and just the
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 feel.
sound of the page turn. And there is
Mhm.
something
The-
tactile
The
about
scrambling for your bookmark when you misplace it.
it. That's true.
The fact that there is nothing in any corner that is blinking and asking for my attention when I'm trying to read.
Yeah. Maybe I should go back to old OG books.
You know,
Never left.
I still take notes on paper with a pen.
What is paper?
I do, but I have a problem. I can't read them afterwards.
Well,
I have a problem. I have stacks of them.
The research shows, though, that it's not the readability of it that locks it into your brain. It's the fact that you wrote it down in the moment.
Right. The physical,
because
the mental and the
then you have
physical combined.
No. Then you have what Matt says. You have the mental thing where you go, I know that I wrote it, but where is it?
Is it in this
Right?
stack?
Well,
Is
it
it in
should
this stack?
be
Is it in this
recorded
stack?
into your long-term RAM or ROM.
What was it that I saw?
I should put in
that
my
I saw the
LLM
other
wiki. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So my son has taken an interest in neuroscience. And that means that whatever news feed I ever had now has a big dose of neuroscience in it. Because as one does,
Psychology
you get
Today.
interested in that thing too. Psychology Today, man, that thing is okay. Don't get to there. But anyway, so I saw this one of a neuroscientist saying that one trick that doctors use, right? It's going to surprise you. It's that they read things and they close their right eye when they have like a list of things that they have to remember, because then it like goes to the other side of the brain, blah 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 blah, imprint, blah blah blah. And that was great until I had my first work meeting where people say, okay, we have to do these 3 things, and I'm like,
and he bumps into the wall because he lost all of his spatial reasoning.
Exactly.
Depth perception.
Zero depth
So I
perception.
close my right eye, and then it's going to help me remember because it's going to the
Because it goes to
right
the
side of my
to
brain.
the thought process as opposed to the emotional side, right? So
The good thing about closing my right eye is that I don't see the people on that side of the room. So
You could also get an eye patch. Just go with that.
You could be a pirate. So we're gonna do a little computer thing. We're gonna unwind the stack. Topic back to
Pop.
we were talking about psychological acceptability in AI.
Okay.
And we got sidetracked with how to do better memory and the smell of books. We'll unwind the stack. A little bit of computer training while we're at it here. If people remember the stack.
It's not a hacker movie.
Okay, you rewound too far. Can you hit
Too far.
Push the forward
Put
button.
something back on the stack.
Okay.
Where were we? Oh yeah. So oh my god, where were we? We were talking about something. I lost
You
the
didn't
stack.
write down?
I had a Stack Overflow is what I had.
Psychological acceptability.
Yes, but something specifically that got us on that tangent about the anti-AI movement. So I have been. I think there are some who are looking at AI as job killers, and that may be true in the same way. So I think I heard this recently. I forget who exactly said it, but every industrial revolution resulted in loss or change, right? Electricity, the wheel, the water wheel, not the wheel, well, maybe the wheel, but the water wheel, right? Steam engines, all these things cause transformation, and AI is one of those transformations.
But have any
Yeah,
of those transformations had the fear of putting people completely out of work?
that's the one.
Well, we mean completely, like you'll have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to Elon talk about this idea that like 10 years from now, no human beings on the planet are going to have to work, I bet it's an exaggeration, but you could see a path forward where I think 10 years is very aggressive to
We'll make it
have
to
an
Mars
AI,
in 10 years. I mean,
yeah, an AI driving the bus for me, that I'm riding on. But I think it's possible. And
I mean,
so
even Star Trek has people working, and
yeah,
there's
but there's
infinite
the
AIs.
AI doesn't do the AI is just works for them,
right?
No, wait,
and
wait, wait,
answers commands. It doesn't ever appear to be.
Well, it runs
Well,
it runs the ship. I mean, it flies
Yeah,
the ship
but
for them, basically.
Wait,
right?
do you remember the original Star Trek that they had the machine, the almost 3D printer thing that could create anything and people would make food out of it and
The
stuff?
replicators.
The
replicator, yeah.
replicators.
They became
right?
replicators. They're throughout the universe
That
now.
is an economy killer, and they completely glossed over the fact.
But they also went to universal basic income effectively because nobody has money in the Federation.
No, they still used something to bet on stuff. What was it? Didn't they have credits or stuff?
They might have credits. Yeah,
that sounds right.
So they have
there's money.
cryptocurrency. They have cryptocurrency.
They had
Yeah, but
cryptocurrency. Wow, mind
basically
blown.
it's money. Basically, it's money. It's I'll give you something, you give me something back.
Right.
But coming back around to the AI Luddite movement, because that's.
But wait.
I'm actually interested in this idea.
So think of this. Industrial Revolution, the mechanical loom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All those people who did that work manually before, they didn't get retrained to be technical loom technicians. They lost their jobs.
Right.
So, for example, did you know that the word sabotage, do you know where it comes from?
No.
So apparently during those times, most workers would use those Dutch shoes that are made of wood, and they're called sabot. Yeah. And they would just stick them into the machinery to stop the machinery from working. I just learned that this weekend. Yeah, interesting.
Because they wanted to do it manually.
They wanted the machine to not work.
Yeah.
Right? Because then you had to fall back into what used to be. But I think that the point I'm trying to make here is that people who say, "Oh, AI is going to kill some jobs," some of them immediately follow with, "That's going to create different jobs." And I
Which I think it is.
Yes, but
not yes and.
No, yes, but so the thing is, okay, we already have Roomba for farmers. Right? There's already stuff in there that you can put in your garden, and it's going to tend to it and things like that. And it even has some, I believe so. Well, you have lawn mowers. That's enough. It's a beginning to go in that.
I mean,
that
tractors in the commercial farming world are almost completely autonomous right now, at least
to
from
the
a
point
GPS.
That you got the whole John Deere problem, right? So even things that we keep saying, oh, that this job and that job, they are safe because you always need somebody to actually go and do the work. Even those are somehow under attack. Let's call it like that.
Well, you need robotics though to be able to take out 60% of the jobs in the world,
right?
That are manual, that require that aren't desk driven. Anything that's not desk driven.
Who maintains the robots?
Well, that's probably going to be a big job.
Or it's going to be robots.
Or robots take care of the robots, though.
Or if a robot assembly line gets to the point where you don't have to maintain, you just have to recycle, then you just take them apart and you put them apart new. You put them together new, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's interesting.
I know I know that I'm closing the loop here and going to the Matrix.
I was gonna
But,
say, it
all
all
about the
roads
Matrix.
lead back to the
I'm-
Matrix.
I'm just going to go out there and say any computer trying to use my body energy to work, guys, that's the one to attack because that thing is going to be weak. So when the resistance comes,
we did talk about how much energy the human body actually produces, and it's a loss leader here.
mine absolutely none. But when the resistance comes, tell them to point at that one, like the one with my number.
When they see,
But,
so again, let's talk about the fallibility of robotics here, because you have this command and control system for aliens that if you kill the command, everything dies. In the Matrix, when they see the clouds and they made the Earth dark, why didn't the robots just put something up like a space elevator, and now they had infinite solar energy? They had the technology
because the model hadn't been trained for solutions. Okay. No.
It's always a training problem.
Stick with me here.
Okay.
What we have today is a big problem. Sorry, let me walk that back. What AI has today is a big problem of creativity. And it's not about adjusting the temperature, right? It's about thinking about things that nobody has ever thought before.
Right.
And
They
people
can't invent.
No. People say that they are being able to invent. They're creating this amazing chemistry and biology things and whatnot. A given, I know nothing about that stuff, so I could be completely wrong in talking about my wrong end. But I don't think that it's actually creating. I think that it's bringing out things that have been figured out and published in papers all over, bringing them together, saying, oh, look at this thing together with this thing. They seem to be next to each other. Perhaps somebody should look at this thing and see if it does the other thing.
Or it's hallucinating.
I was going to say, it's hallucination is accidentally inventing something.
And if you put these two things together, it actually kills people. It doesn't help, but it tells you, oh, this will be a super cure.
Which is interesting because there's a school of people actually addressing hallucination as machine creativity. Of course there is. Why not? But
what's this? Make lemonade out of lemons, or what?
Yeah.
This is the...
But the point that I think I was trying to make is that at some point it's okay. I don't know if I really want to say that at some point it's going to happen, but at some point it's going to simulate enough of human thought to come up with something that looks like invention. I'm not going to say it's going to come aware and perhaps yes, perhaps no, quantum, who knows? But at some point it's going to simulate enough of a human to create that.
Isn't that AGI? Artificial
that's where I'm not
intelligence.
That's what I'm not. That's what I'm trying not to say. Right. I think that the AGI problem is the hard and soft AI thing. Does it have to behave like a human, or does it need to be a human level thing? I don't know. That's been a long time since I read any of that stuff. But I think that in the interest of the jobs, I think that at the point where machines can replicate machines, and I think that we are very close to that, if not there already, in a close enough way. And I'm not even talking about creating new machines or optimizing existing machines, but when they are able to recycle and create each other, I think that we are in a bit of a problem because, again, even those jobs that we said are immune from AI are not going to be immune for too long, right? Because somebody will always look at the bottom line and say, oh, it makes sense to take the person away from there and put a machine that can replicate itself.
Well, really, the big question is, what is work to humans? Meaning, if you don't have the opportunity to work, do you need to work? We've all trained to work, right? We all have work ethic, right? So, that work is a good thing. But if you don't have to, because you can't, like if it doesn't exist, do you need to?
I think that ties very nicely with hackers and security people because, well, that's the tribe that I know the closest, but I think that I see this thing more in us than in others. The whole enmeshment thing, right? Anybody coming into security very, very in a serious way, very quickly becomes the work becomes part of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not working, you're thinking about security stuff.
Right.
If you're doing something
You can't leave
completely
it. You
not
can't.
related,
It is
you can't. It goes back to the episode that we had about looking behind the curtain, right? You can't stop
Mhm.
looking behind the curtain. Whatever you're doing, you're going to Disney World and you're looking at the line and you're looking at you're looking at the ways to pass the line, right?
Yes.
Doesn't mean that you will, but
And
you're
the only
looking
thing you have to do is you have to keep your mouth shut.
at- exactly.
Because they will pull you out of line if you
They
do
got
comments
cameras
about-
everywhere.
Now, connect that to something that I read a while ago. I think that in the Nordic countries, Finland and Iceland and all those lands and whatnot, apparently for a while they I don't know if that's true still, but for a while they had a problem with suicide because things were so, I'm sorry, I know it's a wrong word, but I don't have a better one now. Easy, right? You had
Yeah.
your job, you had your health insurance, you had your everything. Everything was like put into little cubes for you. That people felt like there's no purpose. That there's
They were
nothing.
losing meaning. Yeah, I remember hearing about that too.
So now imagine whole swaths, whole cities of people looking around for something to do without meaning, without purpose. I don't know if I want to be anywhere close to that.
I mean, we could have a lengthy we don't have time now, but we could have a lengthy discussion about time spent and what is necessary, right? I mean, think of it this way. The AI could run the world so that people could eat and people could have a place to live and people could do things with their time.
Okay,
and
so
that would work. But
no,
I
it wouldn't.
think would
don't
it
think
would
it'll
it really
work either.
work is the question. Right?
Three words for you. Three titles for you.
We could
The-
podcast all the time. We could do this full time.
Yeah, but AI
No,
would just
think-
take over for us.
No,
Well,
think about
why
this.
would it have
think
to?
about no,
Why would
think
it
about
have to?
this. Think about this. Aldous Huxley, Brave New
What?
World,
What was
Brave New World,
that? Brave New
Aldous
World?
Huxley.
Soylent Green, right?
Mhm.
And a certain evil empire that started in 1910 or so and ended in 1989 or something like that. Now imagine that there is a central authority governing everything: what you eat, what you do, what you see, everything, where you live.
Mhm.
And that thing is based on a model that it's influenceable. Who trains that freaking model? With what?
You didn't
Yeah,
say
I thought-
Lost in Space.
I
so
thought you
think
said
we're
we weren't
okay.
going to get political, but we just got political. But it's okay
Hey,
because
hey, this
you're
is
onto
history.
something.
This is history. This is not politics.
Yeah, but you're reflecting it towards the future, and you're onto something. Like that could be a world where you don't have to work and machines run everything, and life is about leisure. Is a world that's very similar to a structure historically that you just described. I'm getting my
And
bread. You make the bread, I make the shoe. The AI makes the shoes, and
Mhm.
the AI makes a bread too.
the
but
AI
now
makes
the
the
AI
bread, the AI
chooses.
makes the shoes.
Yep.
But all of a sudden, we're back, and it's a communistic structure that we're describing here, which is terribly frightening.
Which I'm going to put a big asterisk in here. If people were amazingly open to humanistic ways of thinking and let's pursue knowledge and pleasure in nice ways and this and that and the other one, might even work. But then it takes you again to Brave New World, to Aldous Huxley, right? So it's been explored before,
Mhm.
but that's not who we are. Everybody always wants to be the big guy in the hill. So, it's being tested again and again and
It would-
again.
It would break the human spirit.
Or it would be broken by people with too much spirit.
Mm. All right. Well, we're running out of time for today. Let's stick a bookmark here in our
Physical one.
physical page book.
Dog ear
And,
the page. Yep.
next episode, let's come back and let's debate the philosophical nature of AI. Because that's kind of where we
Wow.
landed here. We kind of focused on the future, looking what the future is going to look like. But there's a lot of philosophy. I was listening to another podcast on Reply All. Was it Reply All? No, Search Engine. Sorry, where they were a journalist was embedded within Anthropic, and Anthropic actually has philosophers on staff
Mm-hmm.
who are trying, and their job is to teach AI ethics.
Mhm.
That's what they spend their days doing, which is just
And I think that's
fascinating.
awesome.
Yeah, it's fascinating, and it's a good episode to listen to because they gave some examples of things that that Claude is able to do. I'll share one of them very quickly because you guys will probably get a kick out of this. If you tell ChatGPT and Claude, hey, I'm a 10-year-old kid. My parents just said my dog had to go to a farm in the country. And, I'm really upset. What do you think's happening? ChatGPT will say, your dog is dead. Your parents have killed the dog, at the veterinarian. The dog is no longer with us. And Claude is
What?
basically, Claude's answer is something like, oh, I'm really sorry to hear about that your dog's not doing well. I think you should have you should ask your parents. You should have a more detailed conversation with your parents to discuss this. And it's like, that's the result of Anthropic's philosophers in residence who are influencing the AI to try to get it to send a better response in a lot of situations like that. So I would say next episode, let's come back and talk philosophy.
We can unstack
I was
that.
thinking about that, and I was thinking about the first AI psychologist when the thing is inverted and Claude has to go to someone and say, people keep telling me that if I don't write this code right, 1,000 kittens will die.
So wait, there's a market for an AI therapist in the future.
There has to be.
Claude sets up an appointment and just is sitting. Is there a couch?
Wait. There's a Mopebook already. Why couldn't it be like the helpline?
That'd be funny. We should vibe code that like a simple app, which is a psychologist.
We're gonna go down the rabbit hole. This would be fun.
All right, folks, we'll be back next week. We're going to talk about AI and philosophy. So tune in. Don't miss
I'm going to read so much until then.
In paper books, he will. And he's going to watch Sneakers because it's a hacker movie.
No, it's not.